All right, so I did a short video the other day on being happy or what happiness means. And realized that it actually requires quite a bit more depth for to really get at what's going on. Um, so happiness is very personal. It's the way we define it is personal. What makes us happy is very personal. What we do to try to make ourselves happy is, a path that only we can follow. So I have a friend that's going through something that a lot of people have gone through before that I've talked to or worked with, where they can't figure out why they're not happy, or they feel like they're broken because they can't be happy, or their situation tells them they should be happy, and it makes them feel like they're doing something wrong, or they're not getting it, or they are not being the right person for themselves. And the thing is, that's not how this works. First of all, happy is a place you can get to, but there's a lot more to it than that. You can't just snap your fingers and be happy. It doesn't work that way. So it might be a goal, it might be someplace you're trying to get to, but I'm going to give you a further analogy of a way to understand it, because it's just being happy is not so easy to comprehend. So think about the fact that you're flying to another city to go to a concert, right? Let's say you're going to Vegas in a month, okay, to see a certain band, your favorite band, or a certain couple bands. They're all playing together on the same bill. All right, that's happy. We're going to use that as a definition of happy right now. That concert on that date with those bands is happy. That's what we're aiming for. So the thing is, you could fly to Vegas today, and that's not going to satisfy happy. You could see that band on TV, and it's not going to satisfy that full definition of happy. You could, talk to the band or listen to the band or talk to somebody about the band, and that's not happy. You can buy your plane tickets, you can buy your tickets to the festival. That's not happy as far as this analogy. The definition would be that concert on that day and seeing it. So you can't jump from here to there. Even if you flew to Vegas, you're not there. So that's kind of the way happiness works. You don't just snap your fingers, get on the plane, and you're at your happy place. It requires circumstances, timing. Sometimes a situation has to be just right. Going snowboarding when there's no snow does not make you happy. Going bike riding when it's soaking wet out might not make you happy. Going to the movies when there's no movie playing isn't going to make you happy. You're just going to be sitting in a theater. So that's kind of the way happy works. There's a lot more to it than just, I'm happy, I'm not happy. And a lot of times when you talk to people and they say they're happy, it's usually followed by either a story or a but or the circumstances. You might ask them, are you happy? And they're like, yeah, I'm happy. I mean, I have a great job. I have a good family. See, it's circumstances. So just being happy is something you can feel, but you can't really define it. And sometimes what you think will make you happy or will bring you to happy is not that easy to find. So what this means is, just being happy doesn't just happen. It doesn't just poof, you're happy. You will have times when you feel happy, and as soon as you start thinking about why you're happy, all of a sudden it brings up all those reasons why you're happy. But those reasons couldn't be planned for. Sometimes it's the best conversation you've had talking to somebody you work with, over coffee. Sometimes that happiness is at the end of the day when you're exhausted, but you look around all the housework you got done, or all the time you spent with your dogs or your family, or you help somebody move, but you feel happy. So realize that the steps you take on a daily basis can move you towards being happy, but they can't make you happy. And happy can't be a place that you define based on circumstances either. I know people that are millionaires that are not happy. I know people in millionaires are happy. I know lawyers that are happy. I know lawyers that are not happy. One of the happiest people I know in general drives around in a 1984 Chevy Cavalier. And a lot of us would be like, how can you be happy with a car like that? You know, you live in a rental, your car's kind of questionable. It doesn't matter. The guy's happy because honestly, he really enjoys his life. He does what he wants. He is covered as far as what he needs, what matters to him. He's generally one of the happiest people I know. And it kind of goes back to that meme you always see of, it's much more comfortable to be crying in the seat of your Lamborghini or, your fancy car, whatever brand you want. And the fact is, wouldn't you rather be not crying in the front seat of a Geo than you would be crying in the front seat of a car that is just a car? Because as soon as you step out of that car, if you're relying on that car to make you happy, it's not going to make you happy anymore. Your life is not happy. So don't feel bad if you're not happy. Don't feel broken. Don't feel like you're doing something wrong. Don't feel like you don't understand the assignment, okay? You will get happy randomly. And you can shoot for it. You can shoot for it. Just like that concert in Vegas, You can buy the plane tickets. You can buy your tickets for it. You can plan to get to a goal you want. And just like happy, you can plan for it. You can plan the most perfect trip in the world. And sometimes things go wrong, Same thing with going to Vegas for a show. Maybe the band you really wanted to see doesn't show up because they're sick, So all you can do is move forward today to try to do things that will move you towards being happier. And sometimes it's not the things you think. Like, if you already bought your ticket for that concert, if you've already bought your plane ticket to get there, if you already have your hotel reserved, you can't really do much to make yourself more happy if that's your analogy at the moment. All you can do is make today a little better. So enjoy today. Do things that make you feel better. I'm not going to say happy, but things that make you feel better, accomplished, helpful, like you have purpose, things that work on your body and exercise you, because that will help you feel better. Just chemically, you feel better. Eat healthier, you'll feel better. So do things that you can to make you feel better, not happy, better. And sometimes that happy will just come. And sometimes it comes without any preparation. You just happen to be in the middle of a movie. You're sitting there next to somebody you care about, or an animal you love, or who knows what. And all of a sudden you just kind of realize you're happy. And then if you try to break it down why you're happy, then you think about the movie and why you're sitting there. And all of a sudden you kind of lose the happy again because you're trying to figure out why it's happy. So if you can't feel happy, just feel better. Just work on feeling better. And happy may or may not come today. It may or may not come tomorrow. It may or may not come when you're in Vegas at that show. But today you will feel better, which is closer to happy. Anyway, I hope that helps. And, comment below if you have any questions. And hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Anyway, we'll talk to you later.